Hello, my name is Jason Hao, and today I'd like to introduce you my product called SpeechTrack AI. It's designed to help presenters deliver their presentations more effectively, while also helping audience better understand the content being presented. The system has two main functions. The first one is for presenters. Users can upload their script, and SpeechTrack AI tracks their speech in real time, working as a smart teleprompter to support smooth and confident delivery. The second is for audience. Listeners can receive live transcript and audio in their preferred language. The feature is especially designed for bilingual environments such as federal government of Canada. In this video, I'll walk you through the product and show you how it works. First, let's get started with the having some script here. Here, I already prepared for the Government of Canada introduction provided by ChatGPT. So I'm just gonna paste it here, pretend that we're gonna present it here. We're gonna present this stuff, and there are a few AI functions that just attach to the SpeechTrack AI. So here it does an analysis for us. Estimated it's going to take about a minute to finish the talking, and it does some summarization of the key points, readability stuff. It's not very important, but it's part of the functions. So let's start with the next. Here we're on the second page here. In the middle, we got our script that just paste from the script that the user provided, which is I did. And on the top is our main functions. I'll walk you through one by one, starting with live, which is we use the Gemini API here for live translation. This does the best translation. However, it has more latency in there, which is the translation is actually behind our talking speed. So I'll give it a try on this. And so we just click live and we click start translation here. As we're talking here, it start to tracking. So start to track what we are talking already. So and once we stop and whenever we give it a pause, it will start to translate, as you can see here.
Commencer à parler, alors commencez à suivre ce dont nous parlons déjà, et une fois que nous nous arrêtons et chaque fois que nous faisons une pause, il commencera à traduire comme vous pouvez le voir ici.
So yeah, this does the best translation and has the best audio out of the few options we're gonna see. Um, if I stop talk again, it will start to translate again.
Donc oui, cela fait la meilleure traduction et a le meilleur son parmi les quelques options que nous allons voir. Si je m'arrête de parler à nouveau, je recommence à traduire.
And also on top of that, we have the tracking mode, which is we can start to track our talking, and also also start with the tracking the script that we provided. So I'll start reading the script. The government of Canada is the national government that serves people across Canada. It is led by the Prime Minister and works through the Parliament to make laws and decisions for the country. As you can tell, as I'm talking, so it follows me as a teleprompter and it'll go at pace. Whenever I'm not talking about the material in the script, it just stopped there and wait for people to come back. This is for a scenario where presenters sometimes can talk off script. Basically, they talk something else and then they come back to it, right? So still, we're keeping things in line. So now let's
Et
try,
aussi, en plus,
well, start to translate.
nous avons le mode de suivi qui nous permet de commencer à suivre nos discussions et également de commencer à suivre le script que nous l'avons fourni. Je vais donc commencer à lire le script. Le gouvernement du Canada est le gouvernement national qui sert les citoyens à travers le Canada. Il est dirigé par le Premier ministre et travaille par l'intermédiaire du Parlement pour faire des lois et prendre des décisions pour le pays. Comme vous pouvez le constater, pendant que je parle, il me suit comme un prompteur et avance à mon rythme. Chaque fois que je ne parle pas du matériel dans le script, il s'arrête là et attend que les gens reviennent. C'est pour un scénario où
Yeah,
parfois le
I guess it's
présentateur peut
enough
parler en
for
dehors
a
du script.
demonstration
En
purpose.
gros,
Let me turn it off, and we switch to fast mode here. Fast mode has uh two options. I would say the here we got a and fast. I probably should name it better, but at this point, fast means like we have the lowest latency in that because we're trying to eliminate a lot of the fancy features. For example, like the good voice. Here I'm using a uh robotic voice here, like just because it's lightweight compared to the other voice. Let me show you what I
Voix
mean.
robotique ici,
And
juste à
also,
cause de
like
la
the
légèreté
translation is
par
going to
rapport à
be a
l'autre voix.
lot
Laisse-moi te
faster.
montrer ce
As
que
you can
je veux
see,
dire et aussi
I'm
genre. Voix
talking
robotique
already.
ici,
Things
juste à
being
cause de la
translated
légèreté
at the
comparée
same
aux autres
time.
voix. Laissez-moi vous
So
montrer ce que je veux dire et aussi, comme la
you can
conversation
judge
se
how
déroule,
well to
être
translate
beaucoup
it,
plus rapide. Comme vous pouvez le voir, je suis,
right?
parle
So
déjà,
you
tu
can
peux.
use this as a
Ceci en temps
communication
réel.
tool to different language people, right?
Outil de communication vers
As you
différentes
can
langues.
see,
Les
there's
gens
a
ont raison.
very low
On peut
latency
voir qu'il
here.
y a
And if we come back
latence verbale ici, D
to
de latence ici et ici.
the
Nous
prompter
revenons
here, teleprompter
allant
here,
vite.
I'm gonna continue to read it, and it should track me just
M'a mangé.
perfectly. The government provides important services like health and
Le
services.
gouvernement.
Provides important services like health and social benefits,
Fournir des services importants comme le
immigration,
logement
public
et avantages
safety,
sociaux qu'il
economic,
génère.
and foreign
Immigration,
relations.
sécurité publique,
We just come
économie,
back to it,
et relations étrangères, qui lui est
and
compacte.
and it kept
Fournit des services
translating
importants
for
comme
us.
les allocations logement et les
Isn't that
prestations
good?
sociales.
However,
Cela
the
concerne
robotics sound
l'immigration, la
just a little bit
sécurité
annoying, right?
publique,
So I give it a
l'économie et les
second
relations
option on this,
étrangères.
which is our natural. Natural is for the natural voice here. So I use a little bit fancier audio setting. Let me show you what I mean. So let's start the talk, and I'll let it do the
Natural est
translation.
pour la voix naturelle ici. Donc j'ai
You can
utilisé un
tell.
réglage audio un
You
peu
can
plus
tell
sophistiqué,
it's
mais
faster
laissez-moi
than
vous
the
montrer ce que je veux dire.
fast, but slower. I mean
Commençons la
slower than the
discussion
fast,
et
and but faster than the live. So
je te laisse
it's
faire le
like
reste.
a plant in the middle. However, yeah, that's my plan in the middle, and that's the same thing there. It should just translate and speak out for you. However, sometimes the natural voice is a little bit slow though.
Alors, c'est comme une plante,
See,
cependant, au milieu. Ouais, c'est juste mon. Mon plan au milieu. Ouais, c'est juste mon
yeah,
plan au
you can
milieu.
tell this is a little bit unstable at this
Et
point,
c'est la même
but
chose.
I'm going to do some configuration afterwards.
Voilà.
But you can
Il
tell this
s'agit
is
juste de traduire.
a fast translation plus
Parlez
a
à
good
votre
voice.
place.
That's my plan. That's part
Jamais,
of my
parfois,
plan
la voix
how it
naturelle.
should work. And I'll come back to
Est-ce
the
un peu long?
teleprompter. These services are delivered by federal departments and agencies. Canada's government values fairness, transparency, bilingualism, and serving the public interest.
Un peu du Massachusetts. Stable pour le moment, mais
It's not doing as bad, but you can tell where it is going. So I'll do some configuration, and hopefully I'll have this thing in place. And yeah, that's all my products about. And thanks so much for watching this. Also, and lastly, but not least, we can do English to French or French to English. So it's not a problem for us if we prefer to speak one language. So yeah, thanks so much for listening to my product. I'm looking forward to hear feedback from you. Thank you.